Hi, 8th graders. Welcome to Rosemount High School. We are so excited to have you be part of our community next year. This is a demonstration video on how to register for your 9th grade classes in campus. Please take out your iPads at this time and follow along. You will notice that I am currently on the Rosemount High School website. You will find that website at rhs.district196.org. Please go to the website. This is how you will find our registration hub. There are two ways to get to the registration hub. You can get to the registration hub from our homepage with the scrolling banner on the top. When registration information banner comes up, you can simply click Learn More. The second way to get to the registration hub is to come over here and click on these three lines. You will then come down to Families, and under Families, there is a link that says Registration Information. Either one will get you to the same registration page. Once you are on this page, you are going to want to scroll down until you see these big red letters saying students entering 9th grade. As we go through this material, the dates on everything may or may not match what the dates are for this year. That is because this video may be used in future years to show the process. Please, once you get down to this part, I would like you to come down to where it says Registration Documents and Materials. Click that. You will see underneath Registration Documents and Materials, Registration and Elective Worksheet. Please click the link. If you are doing this on the computer, click that link and have the screen open along with me so that you can review it. You also could pause here and print this, or if you have a copy already printed from before, please get it out. All right, so looking at this sheet, the first thing I want to point out to you is that there are 7 class periods in a day at Rosemount High School. There are also 3 trimesters. So you'll notice that there are 3 columns, 1, 2, 3. That is for each trimester. There are also 7 rows. These rows are really reflecting 7 different class periods in a day. It's trimester 1. English 9B is trimester 2. English 9C is trimester 3 of a full year course. All right, you will notice that all 9th graders are required to take 9th grade English, 9th grade social studies, and 9th grade science. It is up to you and your family as to whether you take an on-level English, on-level government and citizenship, on-level earth science, or if you take honors English, honors government, or honors earth science. You can take all on-level courses, you can take all honors courses, or you can take a mix of both. It really depends on what subjects most interest you and where you think you will have the most success as a student. For math, you're going to notice that there's several options. Don't worry. Your math course has been pre-selected for you based on the math you're in this year. There will be a logical next step, and that class has already been picked for you. Okay, all 9th graders also take physical education. 9th graders have already been enrolled in Exercise and Sports Science 1, which is 1 trimester, and Exercise Sports Science 2, which meets for another trimester. Okay, you also have already been pre-selected for safety education based on your birth date. You will either be taking safety ed in the fall tri, the winter tri, or the spring tri. those 3 classes will fill in these spots. The only exception to that is for students who have a late spring or summer birthday. Those students will be taking fitness and activities instead of safety ed, and then they take safety education as sophomores. All right, I would like to draw your attention now to how we're going to put those courses into the registration. After we do that, we will talk a little bit more about electives. So if we come back to this registration home screen and we just scroll up on the Rosemount website, back up to these buttons here, you'll notice that these are buttons for you to get support during registration. So you're ready to register, you are going to click this Infinite Campus login. We do want you to do it from this site and not on the Infinite Campus app on your iPad. Please do it here. When you're on the screen, you are going to log in. So I'm just going to log in here with my own. Okay. And then the next screen you're going to come to will look like this. If you do not have this menu here, please click the bars at the top to get the menu. Scroll down to Academic Plan. When you get this screen, you will ignore these 2 drop-down boxes and simply click Next. Once you've clicked Next, you're going to get our enrollment screen. So on this registration screen, you're going to notice that grade 9, 10, 11, and 12 are all listed. You are only filling in courses under grade 9. Please ignore the other 3 grades. Please also ignore these red numbers at the top, okay? As I mentioned before, there will be courses that are already in there for you. I mentioned that math, your next level of math that's appropriate specifically for you, should already be in there and pre-selected. There also should be your Phy-Ed, Exercise Sport 1, Sport 2. This particular student must have had a late birthday because they have fitness and activities. But many of you, most of you really, will not have this fitness and activities here and instead see a safety ed course listed right here. Please leave the Phy-Ed, safety ed, and math classes alone. They are all set up for you. If you have questions, you're welcome to reach out. As I mentioned before, English, science, and social studies, you do have a choice to make. You will notice that there are on-level courses pre-filled. If you want to take an on-level course in any of those subjects, you will simply leave them alone. If you would like to opt into an honors course for any one of these subjects, you will simply delete the course that's there and opt in to the honors course. Show you how to do that with English. So if we go back to this page that you pulled up before or have sitting beside you now, you will notice at the top here it says English 9A 0304, which is the current course that is in there. If you would like to opt into honors instead, the course number is 0307. Go back to your campus screen. At the top here, type in 0307. Click Honors English 9A. Click Add to Grade 9. Okay, and you will notice that this has now filled in as Honors English 9A underneath the other courses that were there. You are going to continue to do B and C because this is an all-year course, unless it just fills in for you. Occasionally it's set up to do that, but if it's not, please make sure that all 3 tries are on and listed. Okay, and then we'll go 0309. Grade 9, and I have all 3 courses there. Now there's one last step. You need to remove English 9A English 9B and English 9C, because you should only have one or the other, on level or honors, in each subject section. So English is now for this student an honors English class. Scrolling down, this student has the same option for earth science and government and citizenship. If this student would like to opt into honors for either one of these, they're going to simply go look at this registration worksheet, look at the numbers, the same process we just did with English. Once those changes are made, to make sure that they stay there, at the very top here, you'll see that there is a save button. Please click the save button. Ignore this window. You do not need to read it. It has nothing to do with any information that you need. Simply click OK, and now it is saved. If you go out of the screen and come back in, you will see the changes you made are now in there. All right, so at this point, we're going to assume that this student is happy with their core subject courses as they are listed here. So if I go back to the top here, you can see there's nothing listed for electives. Again, please ignore these numbers after this. This is not anything that reflects your registration. Okay, so just look at the subject area. So for electives, there's nothing filled in there. If we go back to this worksheet and we work off this worksheet, the bottom here is where the electives get filled in. So 5 hours out of the 7-period day are really prescribed for our freshmen, but 2 hours out of the 7-period day are not. This is where you get to make a choice about classes that interest you. Elective options are found on the second page of this registration worksheet. Each 9th grader should have 6 check marks on this sheet that will fill in the 6 boxes. All right, let me give you some examples of how this will work for you. If you are taking a world language class, which are found here on the list, a band, dance, or choir class, which is found here on the list in the middle, those are all full year elective courses. What that means is you take an A, a B, and a C, just like what we were looking at with social studies or science or English. Okay, it's a full year class. So if this particular student was interested in taking Spanish, they have not taken Spanish in middle school, they're starting at the beginning, or they've taken Spanish in middle school, but their teacher recommends they start at level 1, then they're going to enroll for Spanish 1. You'll notice like Spanish 2 is a little further down here, okay? So Spanish 1A is trimester 1, Spanish 1B is trimester 2, Spanish 1C is trimester 3. So I am going to go to this. The numbers are 0501. So let's plug that in, 0501, Spanish 1, add to grade 9, okay? 0502, add to grade 9, and 0503, Spanish 1C comes up, add to grade 9. Okay, now you will see under the electives, there are 3 different boxes that would reflect these 3 boxes on this worksheet: Spanish, Spanish, Spanish. Okay, that leaves 3 more boxes. Now, if I were taking band, choir, or dance, that would fill in these 3 boxes and registration would be complete. You would click that save button and you would be done. You do not need to worry about picking alternates if you are taking 2 full year electives. However, For this particular student, they want to take trimester electives for these other 3. So if we go back to this worksheet and we scroll down, this is where some of the trimester classes are also listed. So like, for example, ceramics, drawing, art, and social change, those are all trimester courses. They meet for 1 trimester. The business and marketing classes are the same. Same with family and consumer sciences, same with tech ed, etc. So for this student, they would very much like to take ceramics, 0134. So let's go over here, type in 0134, ceramics comes up. We're going to click add to grade 9, and that is still an elective, but instead of pushing here, it went under the arts because it is an art specific elective, but it's still counting for an elective. Okay, so that's 4 out of the 6. Now, if I go back over here, I'm also interested in, let's say, metals, 1103, intro to metals. So I am going to go ahead and type in 1103, intro to metals, add to grade 9, and now that filled in under Spanish. All right, so I have 1 space left. If I were to leave that space blank, I would get a study hall. If I want to fill that in with another elective, I'm going to choose 1 more elective. I'm going to come down here, and I don't know, I think I'm really like cooking, so I'm going to pick Let's Eat. 0402. I'm going to come back over here. I'm going to fill that in and then click add to grade 9. And now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which would fill in the rest of these here. Now my schedule is full. This is a great time again to hit save so you don't miss any of those. Again, skip any of that, just click OK. And now you have a full schedule. You'll notice that at the very bottom here, I do want to mention that wellness does not get filled in. That is a 10th grade class that everybody takes. So do not worry about this here. Okay. Do not fill anything in there. At the bottom though, however, it will say alternates. Okay. This is where you can fill in some alternate courses for those trimester electives. This happens on occasion that one of the classes that you pick just doesn't work in your schedule for some reason. And so we would rather know what you would like to take alternatively rather than picking for you. So let's see, I had chosen ceramics before, but I also really like painting. So although I'd rather take ceramics, painting would be okay too. So I'm going to put that in as an alternate. So I'm going to come up here. Okay, and I am going to type in 0138, painting comes, okay, that is now listed as an alternate. Okay, I'm going to put in another alternate because I want to make sure that I'm putting in more than one, just in case. You can put in up to 3 alternates. So I think I am also going to put in, see, I like metals. I like working with wood too. Maybe I'll put in wood as well, 1101. So I'm going to come down here. I'm going to do 1101, intro to woods. And now I've got some alternates listed for those trimester courses. I'm going to click save, hit OK. And my registration is now complete. You can edit your registration up until the registration window closes. Just make sure to save any changes each time. If you have questions, the Rosemount High School counselors are here to help. Please reach out to us. Congratulations on completing your registration. We look forward to getting to know you soon.